This is me, Ankit Nayak. I'm a journalist student, and this video is for Introduction to Broadcast module. To prepare for this assignment, I started my initial research on the story. I wanted to cover in order to provide a clear report and practice good journalism. The best part of broadcasting journalism is that it encourages journalists to consider what is important to the public, to think imaginatively about news values, sub values, and concentrate on specific visuals that will elect an emotion response in 60 seconds. My TV package story is about the Leeds taxi driver protest, in which taxi drivers from all across the city gathered outside the Leeds Civic Hall as they were not happy about the suitability and conviction policy, which was introduced in 2019 and 20 by the Leeds City Council. I got this story from Harrogate Informer, which is a local newsworthy website that I normally visit to keep track of news values like human interest and conflict. I choose this story because, first of all, it was an ongoing event, and I also feel that it was an important topic as taxi plays a major role in our daily life traveling. I choose to pursue this story because I could see vision prospect for it. Before I went to shoot my interview or record my voice for a voiceover, I created a storyboard which I believed helped me to visualize my story. To tell the story, I need to think about the location for sequencing, so I finalized the outside area of Leeds City Council where protesters were going to gather and Leeds taxi stand from where the protest should start. I did this location scouting beforehand so I could get the basic knowledge of the area which will help me to finalize my camera shots. Now it was a time for writing the script, for which I started watching the previous year protest video by the Yorkshire Post in YouTube. The video helped me to understand the whole issue in brief and also helped me to finalize the structure of my script. In this process of creating the script, I choose an active voice which has more impact than a passive voice, and I tried to write in manner in which people normally speaks in conversation without adopting bogan patterns. On the day of the shoot, I was equipped with a Sony a6400 mirrorless camera which gives me a bright and clear video. The only trickiest component of video journalism is paying attention to what the interview is saying and while also making sure the camera is situated and operated appropriately. To do so, I was prepared beforehand. I watched a lots of camera handling video and learned different camera angles from Brian Hunt's YouTube channel. The only difficulty while conducting the interview was that I had to remind the interviewer to look at me and talk to me rather than staring down into the camera directly, which will make the viewers uncomfortable. While making this TV package, I was aware of Ofcom and worked under its guideline. Under Section 1, I didn't shoot anyone under 18 and no children were shown in the video. And I worked under Section 5 and was unbiased and shows both sides of the story. The first side was about the Leeds Private Hire Driver Organization, the organization which conducted the protest. In this, I interviewed the chairman and the vice chairman of the LPHDO. The second side of the story was about the Leeds City Council, in which I presented what the deputy leader of the Leeds City Council, Deborah Cooper, said. For editing, I use Avid video editing software. While editing, I was very concerned that there should not be any jump cuts and the editing should be smooth. My live interview was about the Unison protest against the pay gap and the pay cuts. The Leeds University staff affiliated with the Unison protest outside Parkinson Building in demand of the fair pay. I got to know about this topic from the Yorkshire Evening Post. I chose this topic as I was found it newsworthy and was also an ongoing event. In the live interview, I interviewed a member of Unison and covered every aspect of the story, including what the protest was about and what there was demand. For my podcast, the topic was about the Devghar ropeway accident. I chose this topic as this news was trending all over India. It was a very painful incident for me as I belong to the same province in which the incident took place. The accident took place about after two cable cars collided with one another. This was a very tragic incident and few people died in this accident. In my podcast, I interviewed two people and my podcast was in a news format so people could understand what actually happened and how the rest of the people were saved. Thank you so much.